Hello everyone, welcome to Analytics with Asmi.
In this video, we are going to see Power BI interview questions and answers in data modeling. This is a part 5 of Power BI interview series. If you haven't watched the earlier parts, link is given in the description box. So let's start. Question number 1 is, does Power BI maintain or store historical data and how? So the answer is no. Power BI does not maintain or store historical data. However, we can use Power BI to do predictive analysis, which requires historical data. Now let's see some scenario based questions in data modeling. So the question number 2 is, you have a multiple fact tables and dimension tables in your data model. How would you approach creating relationships between these tables? So the answer is, when dealing with the multiple fact tables and dimension tables, I would first analyze the relationship between the tables and identify the common dimensions that can serve as a bridges between the fact tables. Then I would establish one-to-many relationship between the fact tables and their related dimension tables using unique keys. It's essential to ensure that the cardinality and the direction of a relationships are correct to enable accurate data analysis and data visualization. Next scenario based question. Question number 3 is, if you have two tables, those two tables are connected to each other with many to many relationship. What will be your approach to resolve it, whether you will go for many to many relationship or not? So the answer is, we would not go for a many to many relationship. And to solve this approach is, we will create a bridge table. Now what is bridge table? Bridge table act as a intermediary and simplifying the relationship between the tables. A bridge table can improve the query and report performance and help to handle the many to many relationship. Now here in this slide you can see that we have a two table, sell table and customer table. So you can see here these two tables are connected by a bridge table, and we have solved the many to many relationship, and you can see here we have a one to many relationship. Now what are the steps to create this bridge table is, we have to duplicate one of the table and remove the duplicates from the common table, and then we have to create a relationship which is one to many. Now let's see practically how we can do this. I have opened the Power BI desktop here, and you can see I have imported these two tables, customer table and the sales table. In customer table we have two columns, customer ID, customer name, and in sales table we have these three columns, customer ID, quantity and sales. Now if we see the data model here you can see they are joined with each other with many to many relationship, because in customer ID you can see that if you see this, you have see that many duplicates are present here. Okay, YT001. Here in the sales table also you can see that we have a duplicates. That's why they are joined with each other with many to many relationship. Now how to resolve this? So we have to create a bridge table. So for creating a bridge table, what you have to do? You have to go to the Power Query editor. Okay, and you have to duplicate one of the table. Now the common table between these two is customer ID. So what we'll do here, we will duplicate this customer table and we will rename it as a bridge table. Okay, hit enter. Now we don't want this column, so we will remove this and we will remove the duplicate from this customer ID. So select the column and remove duplicates. Now duplicates is removed. Now let's do close and apply. Once you do this, now it will create a one to many relationship between the tables. Now here you can see this is a bridge table. Okay, now this relation is there, so we don't want this many to many relationship, so we will delete this. Okay, and we will make it active. Now here you can see that we have this two table and this is a bridge table, and we have a one to many relationship between this bridge table and customer and sales table. So this is how you have to create a bridge table and solve the many to many relationship. Next scenario based question number 4 is, you have been tasked with optimizing the performance of a Power BI report that is experiencing slow response time. What strategies would you employ to improve the performance, particularly related to data modeling? So the answer is, first point is, use proper data modeling technique. Means you have to utilize the relationship between the tables, create calculated column and prefer measure for calculation. Next point is, optimize the data modeling. So here you have to filter and load only necessary data into your Power BI model. Third point is, use query folding. Ensure that as much data transformation as possible is performed within the data source using query folding. This reduces the amount of data transfer to the Power BI and improve the performance. Fourth point is, manage relationship. Understand the cardinality and the direction of relationship between the tables and avoid circular dependencies and unnecessary relationship. Point 5. Avoid too many columns. Only include a necessary column in your table to reduce memory consumption and improve the query performance. Point number 5. Write DAX formulas efficiently, avoiding nested calculation and unnecessary iterations. Next point, create summary tables or aggregations to pre-calculate the frequently used metrics, improving query performance, especially for large data sets. Eighth point is, partition by your data. If dealing with a large data set, consider the partitioning your data into a smaller chunks based on time or other relevant factors. This can improve the query performance. Next is, use a Power BI performance analyzer to identify the performance bottlenecks and optimize your reports and models accordingly. Then the last point is, regular monitor and optimize your model. Keep an eye on performance metrics and regular review and optimize your Power BI models as data and requirement evolve. So these were the total 10 points you should know while improving the performance of a data modeling. Now the last scenario based question, which is question number 5, is, you are tasked with creating a Power BI report to analyze the sales performance across the multiple regions. How would you structure your data model to accommodate various level of granularity in the sales data? So the answer is, I would first identify the key tables. We will determine which tables contain relevant data for sales, region and any other metrics. Then I will create a relationship. Then I will establish the relationship between the tables based on common keys such as region ID or a product ID. Then I will use the hierarchies. I will utilize the hierarchies to handle the different level of granularity such as years, quarters, months or country, state, city and so on. Then I will aggregate the measures. I will create the measures that aggregate the sales data at different level of granularity such as total sales, sales by region, sales by products and so on. And finally I will implement drill down functionalities which can allow users to navigate through different level of granularity easily. So these were the points I will follow when I will perform a sales analysis. Hope you like this video. If you like this video and if you learned something new, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button and share with your friends who are preparing for the interviews. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.